Red Sonja from 2025. Who knew this actually came out? Theme song.
Cartoons Reviews! Cartoons Reviews!
If you want to see Red Sonja, check the link in the description. So, Red Sonja's character with kind of a complicated history. Basically, Conan's creator Robert E. Howard wrote a bunch of other stuff, and he had a character called Red Sonja with a Y, Sony, but she was set during the 1500s, so no relationship to Conan at all. In the 70s, Roy Thomas was writing the Conan comics for Marvel. He created Red Sonja with a J as a character in Conan's era. Well, when the Red Sonja movie came out with Brigitte Nielsen, Robert E. Howard's estate decided for some reason to create a separate company, Red Sonja LLC, to own the character, even though they own that company and the Conan Properties LLC. Eventually, Conan got sold to somebody else, and then Red Sonja got owned to somebody else. So there was kind of like a lawsuit, which they were kind of a settlement where Red Sonja can say that she's in the Hyborian age, which is the setting for Conan, but can't really use Conan, and the Robert E. Howard estate has the rights to the Red Sonja with a Y. Anyway, what people probably know most about Red Sonja is that she wears a scale mail bikini, not chainmail. This movie tries to be, more progressive and makes a reason for it, but
These?
And that protects?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The crowd will love it.
it's just a flimsy excuse. Kind of like her wardrobe, huh? So this version's kind of weird because it has this environmental message where the bad guy is like destroying the forest.
Goddess Ashura, I pray you ease the suffering of this child of your voice.
And Sonja is really, really into her horse. They kind of try to make the horse like a character, but it doesn't really work. So what's the story? Basically, there's an emperor who has part of a magic book, and he's using it, kind of created like steam-powered stuff, and he's tearing up the forest looking for the other half. Sonja was a kid, and she was separated from her people, and apparently they live in the forest, and even though from the beginning it looked like they all got killed, she is convinced they're still alive, and she's looking for them in the forest. Apparently it's a big forest, I don't know. Sonja gets captured by the emperor, and she has to fight her way to freedom. The pacing's weird. It spends a lot of times on keeps showing you the flashback to when she was a kid. It's like, we get it, she was a kid, and people got attacked, and stuff happens. And it's like, okay, whatever, get to the bikini stuff. And even once they do have her in the bikini, they're like, oh, this is the only thing we've got, ha ha ha. And then she wears that, and then later on she still wears slightly more modest outfit, but it's still like, okay, you did the gimmick once, why doesn't she actually just wear clothes?
I want armor and weapons. Good ones this time.
There are a couple interesting things about it. The woman who is with the emperor, she is hearing his voices, and she's kind of pretty good in the role. But I thought it kind of odd because the emperor isn't super evil. He's just at the start he just seems to be kind of an industrialist. He's, wanting to tear down the trees to use them.
Commander Archer, you see, we need the lumber to fire the furnaces, and the ore is building entire cities, homes for people, places for people to live, to work, to trade.
Later on, he does seem to be evil, but it's kind of a loss because the guy who plays it was in Umbrella Academy. He was the brother that saw dead people, and so he was really good at being kind of drunk a lot of the time. And here he's not that over the top. The film's really hurt by like a budget. There's like a scene when there's a monster and it starts to rampage, and then they just kind of cut away from it. Because they clearly can't really afford to show much more of it. Yeah, show us the creature. Sonja is played by Matilda Lutz, and she's also probably one of the weakest parts. She isn't a native speaker of English, and her accent's not great.
In a time before history, the Hyborian Age, there existed the land of Hyrcania. It was a place of breathtaking beauty and pristine nature.
She's very pretty. I mean, Wikipedia says both her parents were models at one point, but she's just not built to fill out the scale mail bikini the way in the comics she is. And they try to, it's almost like they're trying to set up a TV pilot because they're introducing these characters, and so she gets a crew and the characters have their own little backstory, but and this was not a hit, so there's no way there's going to be sequels. And kind of spoilers, at the end she finds her family, and then she's like, okay, bye.
I'm not going with you.
Why?
I lived in this forest my whole life, always searching for something I wasn't sure was even there. I hoped every day would be the day I found my people again. I've had the day. And now I know. I want to see more of this world. We want to see more of this world.
Well, you couldn't at least have her stay a while? And like, me, I will go stay here a little while, but I'll be gone. I know I have a wanderlust or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm giving Red Sonja 1 thumb up. Sonja is pretty, but she isn't built like Red. She sure loves her horse.